This is the Teddi Tuesday Podcast Show.
It's Teddi Tuesday, Teddi Tuesday, 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 Teddi Tuesday, 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 Teddi Tuesday, 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 Teddi Tuesday Podcast Show. Teddi Tuesday, 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 Teddi Tuesday, Tuesday, Teddi Tuesday, 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 Teddi Tuesday Podcast Show.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's DJ Teddy, and I want to welcome you to Teddi Tuesday Podcast Show. We're the only podcast that do it like this. So welcome to the livest, the dopest, the freshest podcast around. And make sure you follow us on Instagram at Teddi Tuesday Pod, Twitter at Teddi Tuesday Pod, and keep it locked for sports, community, and business. I see you there.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Thank you guys for coming out to the show. Y'all make some noise. Okay, maybe the licking hasn't hit, so we're gonna do it one more time. Y'all make some noise. That's what I'm talking about. Before we get into the show, I got to thank Miss Billings. I know she's here. She's in a nice suit. There she go over there, right behind Yams. I see Yams right there. That's the owner of this building. Actually of this business right here. So y'all show us some love for allowing us to be a part of this. We appreciate that. Most definitely shout out to all our sponsors from the Houston SaberCats, Sugarland Skeeters, American Flag Football League. 713 Printer is in the building. Paul, wave your hand. If you need some good marketing, you have that. We have that. Also, Candace Blue, she's not here today, but Houston Luxury Living, they're always in the building. And Bees Wine Bar, of course. And we got James, who is over our music, how we sound. So that theme song that you just heard, that was by our music director. Texas Leaguer is in the building. Texas Leaguer, make some noise. And also Cupcake and a Smile. And my name is DJ Teddy. Thank you guys for joining us for our first episode here at Bees Wine Bar. We are so excited. We're 8 months old. Wow. We're only 8 months old. This is our second venue. We were at Taco Cabana before this. So we was kicking it out on the patio, y'all. So before we get into our special guest, because we got a special guest in the building, you know I got to talk about sports. But if you haven't seen my birthday cake, y'all, it is off the chain. And the young lady, I'm going to get to her because we going to have to cut that cake live, y'all. We going to show us some love for real. But anyways, so we're going to get into sports real quick. If you had a chance to watch sports this weekend, Dallas Cowboys versus New York, that was the game of the week for Teddi Tuesday right there. Ezekiel Elliott turned $50 million richer. Now he gets $90 million if they go to playoffs and a couple other things too, but $50 million. You understand what I'm saying? Over 4 years, $50 million. Some of us would never see that, but that's okay. Dak Prescott is on his way for a new contract deal, and the Texans played in New Orleans last night. Everybody got quiet. Now, that's a shame. Y'all can't get live for Cowboys and then don't say nothing for Texans. Now, you can't be doing it. You can't be disrespectful like that. The Texans did lose by 2 points. It was one of those games where one scored, the other scored, and one scored, another scored again. But Deshaun Watson did a great job as a quarterback. I got to give it to him. Hopkins always, hey, what can I say? He's the man with the plan. He will be the top, mark my words, he will be the top receiver in the league this season. Mark my words, he is that dope. But we're going to get into our special guest because I really want him to be here today because he does this for a living, right? And I'm trying to do this, continue, not the news part. You can't be flying me to where the hurricanes and all this stuff. Now, we're not going to do that. Like, they have to pay me a good salary, brother. I'm just saying. So anyway, let everybody know who you are and where you work.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me.
He's
Happy
so nice.
birthday.
He's so sweet. First of all, thank y'all.
I know. I'm really honored to be here. My name is Brandon, last name Walker. I'm a reporter at Channel 2. And honestly, it's like, wow, I get to come. This is awesome. So thank you.
Well, thank you for coming. We appreciate it. Are you a sports fan?
You know, I'm not a fanatic,
Okay.
and there's a reason for that. So it's one of those guys who, like, I'm watching, I know what I'm looking at, and it depends on the experience. Yeah, sure. So I'm a New Orleanian, so I had to keep my
You from New
mouth shut
Orleans?
today. Yeah.
That's why you right here by this gold. You see that? You did on purpose.
Right.
You see that? Okay.
Get that light. You're from New Orleans? Just like, yeah, baby, it come out every now and then.
Okay.
But I had to keep my mouth shut today.
Do you use it to, pick up lines? I would change my verbiage too.
Right.
Okay.
No, every now and then. So I usually get, again, it's like you're not from New Orleans. What are you talking about? It's like, well, what do you mean I'm not from New Orleans? Why is that? So that's why. But whatever. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm like probably killing your audience. So
No, you're good. Keep drinking that drink, brother.
No.
We got plenty at the bar.
I will say though that this is I'm kind of nervous. It's always nervous to be on this side. Because,
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
You've been through the storm and rains, literally.
Yeah.
Little hurricanes. This should be a piece of cake.
But in this scenario, you're in control and I'm not. So
It's gonna always be like that.
Exactly. So I'm like, uh-oh.
No, it's absolutely good to have you here. So what we do is we do first time questions, right?
Sure.
I want to get kind of like a background of you, and so I'm gonna ask you a couple first time questions.
Okay.
Who was your first celebrity crush?
My first celebrity crush. I thought about that for a long, long time.
Oh, wow.
And I think honestly, it's gonna sound real cliche, but it was and still is Whitney Houston.
I think it's everybody crush.
Yeah, I know. So that's why it's like cliche, right? But
Yeah.
but it's true.
First car.
My first car. So funny enough, I bought my first car the day I moved to Houston in January of 2015. It was a 2013 Honda Civic.
Okay, Honda Civic.
I
Good
was
on
in the
gas.
Northeast for a long time, so I didn't need a car.
You didn't need a car. You
No, no, in the Northeast before I
Okay.
moved to Houston. But again, I flew into Houston. My folks met me at the airport, went over to the car dealership, picked up the car.
First cell phone.
My first cell phone. I don't remember what it was, but it was a real big Nokia. The big ones.
The block phone.
Yeah, I guess no, not like a Zach Morris phone, but like it was like my first cell phone was like maybe 14, 15. It was pretty big.
Nokia was always big. That's why somebody bought them out.
Yeah.
That's why iPhone came out.
Right.
Ain't nobody been walking around with blocks today either. Only cash.
Right.
Well, I appreciate you coming to the show, so I got a couple questions.
Okay.
I got to go to my notes, and I forget. So, you say you don't really like sports.
Well, just not a
Fanatic. Okay. Do you have a favorite sport?
Yeah, it would be football.
It'd be football? Who's your favorite team?
Well, can I say it?
You talking about New Orleans?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to.
You was by the TV like, yes.
But again, out of respect, I kept my mouth closed at work all day today.
Who's your favorite player?
I don't have one.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So you told me you was from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to go into broadcasting?
Right. So honestly, it was my 8th grade English teacher, Miss Reagan. She told me once, she's like, you're a good writer and you have good control over your voice. I had no clue what that meant, but I was like, okay, sure. At the time, I wanted to be an architect, so I figured, well, I'll be an architect Monday through Friday, and on weekends, I'll be a news reporter, right?
The money from an architect to a news reporter that's a big gap, brother.
Yeah, well, freshman year of college, Cal 3 didn't go so well. So,
Well, let me tell you, I'll be honest. You know how long it took me to get my bachelor's degree? No, let's not even talk about it.
It doesn't matter, you got it.
I was really about to go into it. It took me a long time to get the bachelor's degree.
Doesn't matter.
It took me some years.
So what? You got
I could not seem to get up and go to class.
Yeah.
It was a struggle to do homework. They said, do homework, Teddy.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. Show up for the test, Teddy. I did not show up. Seat was empty. Seat 132. But
degrees in history, and so it required a lot of reading. I just got called some
nobody's reading. We're gonna look at pictures. That was my thing. I'm just joking. But congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What is the most challenging thing for you when you're broadcasting?
It's getting over the nerves. It's a very nerve-wracking job, and oftentimes you're thrown in a situation where you've got maybe, I don't know, 2 sentences of facts that have been confirmed, and here you are, and you have to go. You show up. I mean, there have been situations where you show up on a scene for something that's breaking, a breaking news scenario, for instance.
You was in Florida last week, right?
I spent a week in Florida tracking Dorian, and thank goodness for the people of Florida, they were spared. But I mean, a lot has to be said about the Bahamas and the recovery work that needs to be done there, and where our attention and our focus needs to be.
Right.
Yeah, but it's just the pressure of the job and knowing that, man, all you see is a camera, but everybody else sees you. So
That's true.
You better not screw it up. And honestly, perhaps it's nerves, but I treat every day there like it's my last, and that I gotta deliver, and if I don't, my key card may not work the next day.
Really?
I spend a lot of time on the couch with a therapist, and I'm not gonna work them through.
If you work through hurricanes, you always spend a lot of time with the therapist. That makes sense. I'm just saying. I was watching the news, and they were covering a story. And when they were covering the story, the camera came on, and the girl was off cue. She was still doing her makeup. I was still laughing so hard. I thought that was so funny. But nevertheless, what I'm trying to say is you guys got to be directly on point with the camera. See, this is different. We can go in here, we can edit this, we can go back and all this stuff, but you guys are actually live.
Yeah.
I can hear my guys back there. I can hear Paul, Nathan's voice back there. See, I can edit that part out. That's how you know you can edit that part out. But nevertheless, I can hear them talking over the whole conversation. But thank God we can edit that out.
I've got people in my ear too, and you never know. Sometimes they may want to, fool around with me and say something. Say, keep a straight face.
That's good. I do admire. I did watch some of you guys. Regardless if you guys ever seen him on KPRC on Channel 2, I have. And he was straight up. This is Brandon Walker. I was like, wow, look how he's holding that microphone, boy. He's real serious. How often you got to get a haircut? Every week?
So
that haircut bill got to be high.
Well, yeah. So I go every other week, but because I've had like work and stuff, I had to when they sent me to Florida. It had been I missed an appointment, so I had to. When we stopped by, whenever you go in to cover a storm, you have to go in and get supplies. So I had to buy clippers.
So they send you in a storm and say go get supplies.
Well,
how about
you
that?
have to, because you got to make sure. I mean, once everything shuts down, what are you going to do? So you got to go get an ice chest and get whatever you need to do.
Yeah, that's true.
So part of my hurricane supply kit a week ago was a pair of clippers. Yeah, so I had to fix myself.
What are your goals for the next 5 years?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. So
Thank you.
It's honestly just figuring out, just evolving my journalism. So wanting to do more investigatory work, wanting to do more advocacy work.
You're using big words. I like that.
No.
I like that. I told you it took me some years to get my bachelor's, and you talking over me. I'm just messing with you. I'm just glad.
Can't you tell me nervous?
Why are you nervous? This is family. Yeah, this is a DJ. This is family. Look around.
Okay.
Only difference is I actually took a quick bath before I came in. Usually, you gotta get it how you live around here. I'm just saying. I just got to be honest with you, brother. So what are your plans for the next 5 years? Just do a little bit more investigation, go to a bigger station?
That I don't know. I mean, for the time being, I'm at KPRC, and as long as KPRC will have me, here we are. My current deal there is still underway.
Is that a contract deal or is that an employee?
It's a contract. For those of us on air, it's a contract deal.
Really?
So, my current deal runs through, I want to say, January of 2021. And who knows? Maybe I'll still be here. We'll see. It depends on whether they'll want to keep me.
Well, you never know. We wish you good luck.
Thank you.
What made you go into it though? What made you want to just you love talking or was it a passion?
No, I was not. I'm actually a pretty shy person, and believe it or not. It was the teacher's suggestion. I got to high school. I did some work on a TV show that the high school had. I got an internship at one of the local stations in New Orleans where I'm from. I was 15. They said, we don't really do high school interns, but maybe. And so I put together a resume of whatever I did in student council in middle school, hopped on the bus and went down there. It was like, well, they said maybe, so that's the window of opportunity. And so they still said that I was a little too young, so 6 months later I called them back and showed. It's like, I'm 16 now, I mean, maybe you'll have me. So they did bring me in as an intern, and as things happen in TV, I interned there for years. Someone unfortunately moved on, and I got a job there as an assignment editor behind the scenes. So kind of got started pretty early. And a big story for me being from New Orleans, I was 18 when Katrina hit and was in the newsroom.
Okay.
So that was a huge experience for me, and very much so shaped why I want to do this.
If there's someone out in the crowd who wants to get into media, it could be photography, it could be broadcasting, it could be the cameraman. What would you tell them?
Fight. You're going to have a lot of people tell you no. Be it your idea, be it the job you want, be it how you may approach the story or the picture, how you may want to frame the photography project, whatever it may be. But you have to fight. I mean, to this day, you have to fight for stories in which you believe. I mean, that happens. We've got a big story that I can't talk about right now, but it's going to air Monday night. And
I'm going to be watching too.
We had
Feel free to do a story on Teddi Tuesday. I'm just letting you know, brother. I can get in front of the camera myself, and you're live now, KPRC. I'm DJ Teddi. This is what we about to do right now. We about to get live for the 5. I'll be your traffic stop, whatever you need me to be. We about to get live.
Far more charismatic than I am. I mean, you're just like, buttoned up and just nervous.
No, I do get nervous every now and then, actually. Not here. When I'm doing certain stadiums, and Yams comes with me a lot, so he helps that nervousness. But sometimes, depending on the day, I am a little nervous.
So what do you do to relate?
Listen, I'm doing the questions here. I don't know what you think this is. No. This is my show. No, you can't be. But I answer the question since you asked, though. I just think about, for me, I think about how bad I want it.
Okay.
So I put my emotions and my feelings behind. Yeah. But I do get nervous. But for some reason, when I see an audience, I'm a performer. Yeah. I've been a performer since I was a kid. So I just put it in the back and do what I need to do. Yeah. And sometimes in entertainment business, you get one time. You get one chance. Yeah. One chance to make an impact.
And it's the same thing on this side. Yeah. It's I mean, you screw this up. I mean, well, first of all, you've got people watching and they're, for whatever,
I can feel their eyes watching, like they want a piece of meat.
Sure.
I would be a good piece of meat too. I'm just saying, but I probably feed a whole village. But nevertheless, I'm just saying, that's a lot of meat. But anyways, I do want to thank you for coming on the show.
Pleasure's all mine.
I'm glad that you took the time out to do it.
No. I got the invite. It's like, really, me? Sure.
That's right.
Yeah, thank
we
you.
had to have Mr. Walker here.
Thank you.
And so is there anything that you want to say to, there's a lot of business owners here. A lot of my business partners are here. A lot of people are here for the very first time. Is there something that you just want to say in general? It could be about life. It could be about chasing your dreams. It could be about being consistent. I like for people to have different intakes from different people.
Sure. Well, I think it's option E, all of the above, and I think that you're an example of that in that, when I got here, I got the chance to meet a lot of people, and it's so amazing how this is just I'll call it a communal incubator, in that like everybody here in the 4th and County community together supporting one another, and that's important in spreading any message you may have, but also just the understanding that we're all in this together, and as a result, if we work together, we'll all grow and learn. And so I think that's just, I'm impressed by it.
Well, we appreciate that. We want you to be impressed.
Thank you.
We talked about that before you got here.
Okay.
I'm just playing. But check this out. This weekend, we have a double hitter.
Okay.
So Texas Leaguer Paul, all my football fans, I need for you to listen real quick. Listen real quick. Shout out to Big Pedro. What's up, what? That's why you got an editor. You can edit all this good stuff out. Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I don't have that privilege.
y'all kind of do.
No, not like in the form of like a live show. Like for instance, last night I was on a story, and sunny as the day is long when they toss to me, right? Great, whatever. And we get to the pre-recorded piece that is edited, the package as we call it. Suddenly the skies open up, and they come back to me. Maybe a minute 30 later, just 90 seconds. It's a monsoon outside.
Sweating. So I was gonna ask you, them good suits you be wearing, I know you be sweating bullets, don't you? Because it's been 105 degrees outside.
Yeah, so you put the jacket on right before you go.
Oh, that's how it works?
Yeah.
That's something I'm gonna do. But I want to tell you, all the sports fans, football fans, we have a double hitter this weekend. If you don't know, U of H plays on Friday at NRG. Saturday, Rice University plays against University of Texas. I will be DJing live for the Rice rivalry at Rice Village. So I'm excited about that. ESPN will be in the building for College Game Day. And on Sunday, I will be doing a special halftime show at Crown Royal at the Texans versus the Jaguars. So here's the deal that Teddi Tuesday is going to do. We're going to be giving out some tickets to the Texans game this Sunday. So your best bet is to follow us on Instagram at Teddi Tuesday Pod. I'll say it one more time for the person in the back. Follow us on Instagram at Teddi Tuesday Pod. where you can actually get some tickets to the game, and you get to be a part of the Game Day Fan Zone with DJ Teddy. So I'm super excited about that. And y'all give him a round of applause for coming to the show. Hey, listen, feel free. You can have as many drinks. You're off the clock, okay?
I gotta work in the morning.
You'll be all right.
Okay.
Okay. You really be punctual on there. Hi, everybody. So, just joking. But I do appreciate you coming on to the show. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to our first night at B's. It's going to be the same place, the same time. Actually, at 7:30. We started a little bit late just for today.
I'm looking forward to coming back when I'm not a guest.
Really?
Yeah.
Feel free.
Okay.
Well, because I'm telling you, Teddy is crazy.
Okay.
So I'm just saying.
Okay.
It be some wild stuff going on.
Okay.
I'm going to have to keep it G because we over here.
All right.
But I'm just letting you know. I'm just saying. All right. If you ever catch me DJing, it wasn't me.
Okay.
All right. So I just have to be honest about that.
Okay.
But anyways, we're going to be here every single Tuesday, you guys. And just to let you guys know that you are a part of history, I got to let you know this real quick. We are the first and ever, I want to make sure you hear this very clearly. We are the first and ever team. We have a team of photographers, we have a team of videographers, DJs. We have people in leadership positions. We have someone who handles our community. We do community service also as well in the community. And this fall, we will be giving away turkeys, and we will be going to a family of need in the Christmas, giving away trees, some Christmas presents. And I'm really big on giving back. I think that is so important, right?
That means maybe we need to do a story on our end.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, brother. I need to do a story. That's the whole point. Why do you think I invited you here? I'm just joking. So, I'm just playing. Let me stop. So, nevertheless, what I want to say is that a couple of months ago when we started this podcast in January the 8th is when we started this podcast as a group of, right? We were at Fuzzy Tacos for about 4 months, I do believe. Then we got on contract with Taco Cabana Corporate, and we were with them for 4.5 months. Then I came over here and I begged to be over here. I said, please, 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 because we tired of being outside. And so she did. She took a chance on us, and we appreciate that. And so with that being said, this is an opportunity for us to be contracted with businesses. We're not in a studio. We're not using no one else's equipment. This is ours. We own everything that we have here. That's the first thing of business, is to handle business. And so everything that we have here, we own it. You get what I'm saying? So ownership is a big thing for me, and I will continue to teach the entire team how to have ownership. So I just want to let you guys know that. So when you support us through sponsorship and through your donations, you support people's dream. You support your own youth in your own community, right? And we're doing the things that very few people can do at this level. So we just want to say thank you to all our sponsors. And feel free, if you need to donate, just hit someone up, okay? And who has a Teddi Tuesday. And we're going to cut the cake. And you can't have none. But I'm taking it home. I'll give you a little bitty slice. I'm just joking. It's a Texans cake.
Oh.
Duh, DJ
Well,
for the
that
Texans.
means I can't have a slice, right?
Don't throw slugs on my show. So just because y'all won by 2 points, I let it slide. I let it slide. I'm just joking with you. But anyway, thank you guys for coming to the show. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Mix and mingle. There's a couple businesses here. Paul is here. If you have a business and you need the proper marketing tool, Paul is here. Texas Leaguer is here. Bees Wine Bar, you want to hold an event here, you want to do a party here, she's here. Talk to your people in your neighborhood and be great. That's my slogan, be great.
Be great. Thank you.
And last but not least, I want to say this to anybody who's an entrepreneur, starting a business or doing whatever you do, you have to stay committed. Because sometimes our struggle can blind us sometimes when we're in the midst of trying to come up or do better. And anytime you're trying to do better, it's even harder. So everyone, when you're committed to something, people follow what they admire. And so when they admire you, they're going to follow you. Just do what you need to do. And that's what I think about. I don't think about myself. I had to get my hair done because it was, when they tell me to get my hair done, tell me to get your, I say, okay, fine. Right. So nevertheless, stay committed to your dream, whatever it is, whether it's your 9 to 5, whether it's your marriage, whether it's your children, whether it's your business, and it will, whatever you plant, you will get it back. Whatever you sow, you will definitely get it back. Appreciate you guys coming to the show. You cannot have none of my cake, but thank you so much. We're back in the mix with yams. I appreciate it. Thank you. Y'all make some noise and y'all show some love for Ayo Scotty performing live. Y'all show some love. If you haven't had yourself second drink, you're missing out. Please get you a second one, because that clapping was just sad. Make sure y'all do that. Okay, I'm sorry. Here you go, man. And happy birthday. If y'all feeling good tonight, matter of fact, before I say that, my name is Imani Scott, aka Scotty, and I am here today to give you nothing but funk. Nah, I'm just the funk is what we about to do with each other. But if y'all feeling good tonight, let me hear you say yeah. Say yeah. All right, I need a little slow clap. I want a crowd participation. Y'all ready for it? Doom, doom, doom. Y'all gonna help me out with it? Can't clap it. What's too loud? Got a heartbeat. I'm just a bachelor looking for a partner. Someone who let me ride without even falling off. Keep clapping. Gotta be compatible. Take me to my limits. Boy, I'm about to break you off. I promise that you won't wanna get off. If you're horny, let's do it. Sing it. My saddle is waiting. Come and jump on it. If you're horny, let's do it. Sing it. Y'all driving my saddle is waiting. Come and jump on it. That's just the crowd participation. I just want to see what kind of crowd I'm dealing with right now. But nevertheless, since I got y'all attention, I want y'all to follow me. Repeat after me. Is you big man or a little man?
Is you big man or a little man?
Is that a big bag or just a little bag?
Is that a big bag or a little bag?
One more time. Is you big man or a little man?
Is you big man or a little bag?
Is that a big bag or just a little bag?
Is that a big bag or a little bag?
All right, I think they're ready. Yo. Face beat like Tyson did it. Back fat like Bison did it. My body looking right like a knife done did it. Got people breaking necks like they life is twisted. Lick your fingers like you kick up. Every time you dance, then you wanna break up. And I'm on the big things, and I'm on the big screen, courtside with a Laker. I told her, hold it, you should roll it if you want smoke. Ain't no trolling, I'm gon' go. Yeah, I said it like show. Yeah, I said it like show. You think she bad and she Gucci, but she really not. And they both talking bags, they ain't really got. Got you people in your section and they all straight flexing and they ain't break the bank. Here you go, is you big man or a little man? Is that a big bag or just a little bag? Cause you caught up in your feelings with your boyfriend cheap and you ugly while you mad at me. Tell her, hey, is you big man or a little man? Is that a big bag or just a little bag? Cause you caught up in your feelings and your boyfriend cheap and you ugly while you mad at me. I said, what you mad for? Get your bag, get your bag. What you mad for? Get your bag, get your bag. I told her, penny pinching. People are always hating.
Brokish, ain't got bag lady.
It's no lady, you got no bag. Type of chicks take a lift to get the same. Take the Uber to a loser. Now why you wanna go and do that for? Now why you wanna go and be there? So you got thoughts, and it's a big fake for the hair knot. Till you pull up in the brake truck. Ghost on the truth, pour your drinks up. One time for the idiots. H time, bring the city out. Stop time, but your racks is low. Sitting straight facts, you just capping. You think she bad and she Gucci, but she really not. And they both talking bags, they ain't really got. Got those peoples in your section and they all straight flexing and they ain't break no bank, it's an idiot. Is you big man or a little man? Is that a big bag or just a little bag? up in your feelings and your boyfriend cheap. Man, you ugly, why you mad at me? Is you big man or a little man? Is that a big bag or just a little bag? Cause you caught up in your feelings and your boyfriend cheap. Man, you ugly, why you mad at me? Thank y'all so much. You got stuff around the club. I enjoy myself. Make sure to follow me on all social medias at AyoScotty, AYOSCOTTI. As well as I would love to say y'all did this such a phenomenal way. It's like really well put together. I love the energy. And thank y'all for having me again. We got one more performer. I went to school with him at SFA when I finally graduated. Praise the Lord. I'm just saying. I did get my master's degree, but it took me a while. Drink you some water. You ready, Sean? Feel free to use this good space. All right? We got one more last performer, and then y'all can go home to your babysitters. Sean, you're kind of tall, so I'm going to hurry and give you this mic so I won't look so bad. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to go cut my cake.
That's right, cut the cat down, man.
Everybody, please make some noise for DJ Teddy one time. Yeah. Everybody doing all right tonight? Am I doing okay? All right, man, we're finna get this show started. First things first, I need y'all to put y'all hands together for my DJ Yams G. All right, man, we're finna get this show started, Yams. What's up? Where we at? Yeah, slick bandit, James 1109, condition outstanding. Shit magnet, you can't manage it, you just a fragment. You niggas stagnant, you passive with no passion. Stop the madness, I'm a fucking savage. Randy, you can't stand me, or overstand me, understand me. I beats the man, I beats the passion. Your girl called me daddy. My first visual bitches doubted when they scouted out for video chicks. Acting like they ass so I was asking them to shake their shit. Now they see a nigga music sound legitimate. So every chick I chop it up with, see me just getting buckets, trying hop on. Play your position, now I fall alone. Now you just another number in my mobile phone. Recording coke at home alone. Play the beats from my iPad. I type the raps up in my phone, I'm in my zone. On my throne shit, built out of kicks. Keep the Abby pick. I'ma bring facts in this action it. Like action it. Asking me if the truth is what I'm speaking is blasphemy. You just asking me, you asking me. I never actually took rap serious. Y'all niggas started feeling it. I got a little curious. Person would lead the beat like a motherfucking period. Now it's be the best nigga period. Y'all delirious if you think I'm getting around. Ain't got time to smoke with you sitting around. Ain't I've been way too busy perfecting the sound and break it down. OGs that I look up to, make sure that I don't up to. We call that free game. This through the ones who keep things. If you ain't never got a peep game, relax your line and cheap, man. Just keep your strings untangled and avoid that tripping. Yeah. H-Town, make some noise. And if you say H-Town, hey, put your H's up. Everybody put your H's up. Hey, put your H's up. Everybody put your hey. Talk to 'em. Get your look. Even though I never sit up on the activists, on these beats to get active and they know that shit. I give you something disgusting so you can hold that shit. My flow, no holes in it. Feel like I was hosting this, but y'all probably don't know this shit. About a few years ago, I started rapping. Feel like I just peeped out my purpose for why I even have it. I'm H-Time's new savior, nigga, I'm Horace with a taper. I don't need no favors, nigga, the real prevail. So I started my hustle in the lack streets with a fucking scale, no do-re me. Nigga straight dough chasing, mixed with a whole lot of plotting and investments in me. This I ain't doing that, and nigga, I'm doing nothing. You flashing the social media, I'm assuming you fucking frontin', suckers. My girl say ain't got no time for her, but all she can do is respect the hustle. Yeah, make some noise. Hey. Before we go on to this next joint, man, we need to acknowledge while we all here. Everybody one time make some noise for DJ Teddy and the Teddi Tuesday Podcast Show. If y'all haven't, man, go check that out. Dope content, you dig? Dope content, man. Alright, yeah, what's up, man? Where we at? Hold on. This how you want it? Hey, 2 tracks, and this is how you want to end up. Run it. Yeah. Hey, get your hands up. Everybody get your hands up. Everybody get your hands up. Yeah. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. Get your. Hold on, look. This is it right here. Ain't this what y'all was waiting on? I was on my last year. Kill some beats, fill out your tad a few tears. But before we get all into that, let me make a few things clear. Listen, I started rapping, don't know how that shit happened. I changed my life, started for a verse, and nigga was snapping. So now every time I'm cooking up, I'm grabbing extra napkins. Pinning shit by beats the captain. On these beats, I beat your papping. Gotta get the flow, patting like my Concord leather. And no matter the weather, Sean spitting, you gon' need you a sweater. But whenever nigga, let me get back to the topic, I got that positive feedback. Then the niggas wanna plot, now I'm legend this with a couple packs. Put it right in my pocket, but at this point I wasn't dropping. The bus was probably microscopic. I had to look myself in the mirror and give myself 2 options. Sean Bull and kill shit. Niggas need that real shit, dog. Especially coming out the age where all these chicks talk about is pimpin' hoes and sippin' drink. Riding elbows, candy paint. Well, fuck it, I can't complain. Except that shit, I do my thing. I creep my way in the game. I let these niggas the rap. I can see dope to those niggas. I call it the rough draft. Niggas stirred it. Niggas felt it. The verses gave me stank faces. Sean jumped it. I'm about to throw a left hook. That'll get me overbooked. Raise the fucking bar. I leave your bitch overtook. You do this for culture, what you doing it for? We'll rap for a way out of here, get in tune with the flow. Niggas been working on T. Now I'm overtime, work 4 jobs, and raps in between. I'm in overdrive, and these niggas wonder how Sean put the flow on overtime. Don't ride the beat, we call that override. Sean the one over all. No parallels, no one can contest it. All you gotta do is just say the word and show me the contestant. Heard some of y'all raps, I swear this shit's so depressing. Why I drop a trying to give you a message. Nigga, my voice is a blessing. Trying to speak to the most high on the vessel. But I'm just the same as you, but never thinking you lesser. Man, fuck all these nations, it's Sean Day. Every day, crime pays, learn that from my nat days. Just speaking out what the facts say. These niggas can worry about what their cats say. My fans are going, they love the flows, worry about what them stats say. I'm from the south, yeah, that way. Memphis 10, if we speak exactly. Bounce around a little bit, soak it all up. Now I deliver it at the pulpit, straight truth, no bullshit. Come on, dog, we been through this. Nigga comprehend what I say. I write that shit that make them say, my God. That's why I gave myself the Lord's Day. Nigga, Sean Day. Fuck with me.